Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can find out more details about us in the description of this video, including our Facebook page and our online store. So in this video I'm going to be looking at the Megahouse Gold D. Roger Portrait of Pirates, or P.O.P. If you actually do go to our store, you won't find P.O.Ps listed in our store. We don't usually stock them, however we can get them in for you. So if you are a P.O.P collector, just send us a message. Again, the details are in the description of this video, and just say which ones you're looking for and we can quote you a price. The reason why we don't regularly stock P.O.Ps is, as I'm sure collectors will know, they are very expensive, even in Japan. They are made by Megahouse, who are actually owned by Bandai, who owns Banpresto, so they're all kind of the same company. But they always make them in very limited quantities, which is good because, you know, their collector value is always maintained. And also, they are very high quality figures. They usually have a lot of different parts that you can interchange, including this figure, which I'll show you in this video. But yeah, they are just very expensive. They're usually very big as well. This is actually one of the smaller P.O.Ps. And because they're so big and heavy, they also make it's also very expensive to send overseas. But anyway, let's get into the video or the review itself. So this figure is actually, it's about 25 centimeters, so that's what, about 10 inches. And just as a comparison there with an S Cultures box, and it's actually pretty much exactly the same size. If I just move the camera back a little bit, it's pretty much exactly the same size as the Glitter and Glamours line, and also the MSP line, the Master Stars Peace figures. So as I said, it is probably one of the smaller P.O.Ps. There are some really big ones like Gecko Moria and who else? Maybe Doflamingo, Bartholomew Kuma. Some really big P.O.Ps, but I think this is actually a good size. So let's have a look at the base. If I can get him off, here we go. So there is the base. As you can see, it says Roger Pirates Gold D. Roger, and it's got the emblem. Nice paint job finish with the base. The underside is actually just a matte finish, but that doesn't really matter because you can't see it anyway. So just get him back on there. But yeah, I think it's a really impressive figure. I really love the detail and the paints used as well. As you can see, even with this wood block. I actually don't know what the technical name for this is. Executioner's block or something, I don't know. But you can see even it's got the sort of metal links. You can't actually open this part up. The way you remove it is the hands come out at the joints, and then you can just take that all out as one piece, which I'll show you later. You can see it's got some hair on the fingers there. It's also got some fingernails. I like the chain as well. There's pretty much an identical figure of this that Banpresto released as part of the Will of D lines. I think I've reviewed it. I'll put a link to it. But one of the big differences is that has just a plastic chain that goes down. This is actually a kind of metal chain. So that's pretty cool. I really like that detail. Maybe they could have made it just that little bit longer, because it does actually sit off the base, as you can see. But it's not a big deal. But yeah, as I said, the gradient there from sort of a dark, almost black, to a light brown. And then even just the paints used for his jacket with the nice gold all through there, his buttons and things. And even as we have a look around the back with his coat, his jacket, again, just some really nice different coloring in the red. And the epaulettes look really fantastic as well. I'm trying not to move the camera around, so I'll move the figure. You can see it looks really, just the texture of it looks really impressive. And again, just the color variation in the front part as well. This particular one's got some damage there on the leg, but the boots look pretty good. And I really like the head. I will actually pick the camera up now. Really love that facial expression. Now, some people may not like this stance because, you know, he's about to be executed, but I personally really like this because, you know, even though he's about to be killed, he's looking out, he's got no regrets, he's got a big smile on his face, and it's just really, just looks really impressive. And I think as humans, that's all we can ask for, really, when we look back on our lives and we don't have any regrets and, you know, happy the way things turned out. So I think it's pretty cool, very piratey as well. And I personally like this stance the best. And I would say this is actually my favorite Roger figure of any manufacturer of any line. But let's now actually change the stance. So these are just ball joints, as you can see, so they come out pretty easily. And this actually, you could take this off as well if you didn't want to display him with that. You know, you could just put the head on. I don't know why you'd want to, but yeah. And you do get two heads, so there's the difference in the heads. Obviously one has got the pirate's hat and the other one doesn't, and it just pops into there. Is that in? Yes, I think it is. So as I said before, you can take these hands out, and then this is just a separate piece. And they do also give you two sets of epaulettes. So these ones actually angle a little bit more down compared to the ones that I'm about to put on. It's pretty hard to see the difference, but they do actually, you can actually use the one set, to be honest. But they do actually give you two sets of epaulettes. Actually, one thing I will mention as well, like, I really love this figure. I don't really have any complaints, but he does look a bit strange from the side. I don't know why you'd want to display him from the side, but the way his legs, that they're really angled towards the back. So it looks fine from the front, but from the side it does look a little bit strange. So this is one of his hands, and the gun is actually a separate piece, but I'm going to keep it in there. And again, you can see just the nice detailing in the gun. Looks really good. Just put that in there, and yeah, they just go in with pins, as you can see. So there's his left arm, and then the epaulettes. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Might be épaulet or some French thing, I don't know. And then his sword, which is also a separate piece. So you can move that around a bit. And there is the second stance. So I guess this is sort of more of, you know, Roger in his prime. You know, he's out there on the seas killing other pirates, that sort of thing. He's got a big sword. It really is quite a large sword, actually, in one hand, and obviously the gun in the other hand, and he's got his big captain's hat, looking very proud. Again, just a comparison of the heads, so they are pretty similar, but it does make a big difference with the hat. So it's very cool that they give you, which is very common, of course, in the P.O.P line, that they do give you the possibility to have two different stances. Now, I don't have the box to show you, but the box is pretty cool. It does have some nice artwork with it. But yeah, overall thoughts, I think this is a great figure. I think, I don't know, Roger figures probably don't sell that well because I think that he hasn't had a lot of airtime in the series. But personally, as I said at the start of this video, I think if you're a One Piece collector, you just gotta have a figure of Roger. And I think this is a really nice centerpiece figure to have because everything really revolves around Roger and the story of Roger. And as I said, I do think this is the best Roger figure that's been released on the market to date. So I'd love to hear your comments, what you thought of this figure or this review. If you like this content, please leave a like or subscribe for more content about Japanese figures and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.